I've got this one tank, the 20-gallon tank, that I neglect quite often. Wasn't really sure why. It's got some really cool fish in there. It just seems that it's the ugly tank, right? The tank that I don't pay attention to too much. And I'm trying to figure out first why I don't pay attention to it. I mean, all the other tanks I pay attention to really well. This one is like over there in, neglect land or whatever, right? So what I was thinking of was this. As I'm looking through the fish room, I'll show you here. If I'm looking through the fish room, right, at eye level, I see the 20 long, the 75-gallon tank, right, with all the community fish. That looks pretty good right there. And then my eye goes over towards the 50-gallon, 55-gallon here. But wait a minute, where's that? Oh, there it is. That tank right there. This is the ugly duckling tank that I've been really neglecting. Look at that. I don't even clean the top of it too much. Barely feed the guys. I mean, these are really cool fish here. I've got the rope fish back there. See that guy right there? I don't know if you can tell. Right there. He's really cool. I've got the pea puffer right there. Ooh, very nice, cool looking fish, right? Very cool looking fish. It's just so hard to see, right? I mean, I'm standing eye level. As you look, you're like, oh, there it is. Coming from this way, right? We've got the cool 55-gallon with the African claw frog, right? We've got the bicher in there somewhere. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, even here, I mean, even the quarantine tanks over here, they kind of flow along. I'm looking. I got the cool shark tank, right? The rosaline sharks, bala sharks, the red-tailed shark, little crebensis in there, Siamese alligator, cool looking pictus cat in there too. He's hiding right now. But, and then, I'm like, oh yeah, look at these tanks. Oh, they're cool. Yeah, check it out. Oh, wait, boom. So, very neglected. Don't even clean the tops of it. Look at that ugly stuff right there. Haven't vacuumed the gravel in a long time. Very neglected, very neglected. And what I've determined was, because it's very simple, in this case, it's not tall enough, right? If it was eye level to the other tanks, then I would pay attention to it because I would see it more, right? Even when I'm sitting in my chair and I roll around and look, I can look at these tanks here and that tank over there, right? Neglected. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna redo this tank. I'm gonna make this tank over, right? Clean it up real good, but the key is I'm gonna get rid of this ugly looking footlocker or hutch, whatever that is. I'm gonna get rid of that. And I built me a stand here, built me a stand. Tell me what you guys think. Nice sturdy black stand. I looked around and I was amazed at how expensive these stands are for, just small tanks. 20-gallon tank, I'll $100, $150, $200 for a stand, dude, no way, right? So I built me a stand, very sturdy, using 2x4s, some screws, and some paint. This thing cost me probably like $35, right? So I'm gonna take the stand that I built, and it's just 2x4s, right, like I said. I'm gonna put it here, I measured it and all that stuff, and the tank should line up with the other tanks, and it all should be good. And leave me a comment below if you want me to do a video on how to build a stand, okay? I don't think I've done that before. It saved you lots of money, really good idea if you're, and it's not that hard if you got the, if you got the willingness to do that. But yeah, leave me a comment below if you want me to do a video on how to build a stand. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna drain the tank. I'm gonna clean it up real good. I'm gonna move that out. We'll put that stand in there, and I think it's gonna look way, way better. So I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna take that gravel vacuum there. I'm gonna do a water change on there. I'm gonna suck all that nasty stuff out. I'll leave a link in the description below for the water change siphon. And I'll make it look real good. I'll I'll siphon all that stuff out. I'll leave a link in the description below or up here somewhere on a video I did on how to change water in the fish tank. So I'll do that real quick. I'll clean up the top, make it look real nice, and then do the old switcheroo for the foot locker there. So I'll do the water change. I'll go through all these sections here that don't have plants, sucking up all that goop there. Look at that, huh? Pretty good, huh? You can tell I have not paid much attention to this thing. I'm only going through the sections that don't have plants. So I don't want to hurt the roots or anything, but I definitely want to get the junk out of there. Skip that because there's a plant there. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Look at that. Look at that. Cyanobacteria, that's not even real algae. It's like that bacteria stuff. But yeah, I do that for the rest of the tank. And you'll see the water's going down, going into this yuck bucket. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna drain that down. I drain it down pretty good until it's about maybe 50% or something, maybe a little bit less, maybe even 30%. That way I can easily lift it off, move it over, put the tank on, or put the stand in there, put the tank on the stand, and then go from there. All right, I got it drained pretty well. Cleaned up the tops and stuff in this fish water pretty good. I still got a little bit to go. But I've got a couple of buckets here. The reason why, and you might be thinking, hey, why don't you just drain it using the no bucket method that you did in your video? Because I want this water so I can use it to fertilize the plants, right? Plants love dirty fish poo water, so I'm gonna use that. And I've got some other house plants as well that love that stuff too. So that's the reason why. Normally you can just drain it out into the yard or whatever, but I like to use as much of this poo water as I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish cleaning up and lift this, bring the stand over, and move the fish tank onto the stand. All right, I got it off there with the help from my son. Moving it over on the stand, check it out. You can tell already, it's exactly a little bit higher, but pretty close to the same height as all the other ones. So I'll move this out, move that back in, and then we'll check it out. All right, check it out. It's getting there, huh? So the eye is pleasing, right? I might even raise this one of these days, but check it out. Boom, look at that, right in line with all the rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this glass, scrape the glass down. Pro tip, the best way to scrape glass is just with a plain old razor blade. Scrubber brush is fine, but razor blade, a square razor blade, this kind of razor blade, whatever, and just, but you gotta be careful of the edges. Don't get close to the edges. That's where the scrub brush would, the scrubber would work. But gonna do that, clean it up, and put the filter back in, and then fill it back up and see what else. Fill it back up kinda high, but I still have some work to do. Probably trim some of that really tall grass. You can see that tall not hair grass, but the Vallisneria, the jungle val, corkscrew val, whatever you want to call it, Vallisneria. It just keeps growing. So I'm going to trim it off, make it look nice, and go from there. All right, so first shots of it. Still not done yet, but what I'm thinking about doing I cut this, I'm sharing this pump, this Inkley pump, which is a really good pump. I like this. A lot of people say some bad things about this, but it's very quiet. It only has one outlet, but I put it into this a splitter here, and I've got this tube here going down into this sponge filter. So I'm gonna take that, I cut it a little close, right? So it won't fit all the way. So I'm gonna, while I'm here, it looks, I think it will look better. Eventually I'll put a black background, and I'm gonna put some black tubing on, but for right now I'm gonna go ahead and replace that with the black. It might not look as good now, but when I put the black background like this, or like this even, without the, you'll be able to not even tell, because you can see that there's a black tubing. Sorry about that glare there, guys. Black tubing in there, black tubing coming out from there. You can't see it very well, and that's the whole point right there. You can kind of see it going through up there. So same kind of deal. I'm just gonna place that, as well as you can see what I was trying to tell you earlier. This jungle valve just grows, and it like will grow to the top of any tank, that no matter how tall it is. It'll be a 50-foot tank, whatever. It's good for tall tanks. So I'm gonna cut that out, because all this stuff up here, not the hornwort, not that hornwort there, but all this stuff up here is just, it's just a big, massive growth. So I'm gonna cut it off there using some aquarium scissors that I'll have to look for because I can't find right now, but I'm gonna chop that off, give that a haircut. This is a, doing this facelift here, doing this, makeover. So doing this makeover, I found this Nubius plant here that I did an experiment on whether it can grow in a pot or not. So it has successfully grown in a pot, very nice. Check out the ropefish. How cool is that, huh? Yeah, check that out. Is that cool or what? Yeah, he's awesome. Anyways, the Anubias is growing really good. I think I might take that out and stick it somewhere, but not for right now. Right now I'm gonna keep it there, but I will chop that off and you'll see it. Look at this, look at this. This stuff just grows, it would grow like way up, however tall your tank was. So chop that off, I'm gonna change that, and then I'll show you what we got. And I'll go ahead and leave links in the description below on this black aquarium silicone tubing set. And the pump. I'll leave links to everything so you'll know exactly what I use, all right? Yeah, before I forget to tell you, one good thing about this black tubing set is that it not only comes with the black tubing, but it comes with like a whole bunch of black stuff, like black check valves, T-valves, suction cups, a bunch of suction cups. We all need suction cups because they never last. And the good thing also, black air stones. How cool is that? Anyway, just want to let you know on that kit. I'll leave a link below. All right, so here's the progress so far. The black tubing stands out quite a bit, but like I said, I'm gonna put black background in there, so that'll go away soon. Maybe later, not today, but that has been manicured pretty well. Looks like a well manicured lawn, maybe too manicured, but guess what? That Vallisneria, it grows like crazy. Next week, it'll grow another, another half a foot probably. Here, I've got a cryptocorin plant that I've had for a while. It looks like it needs a little bit of help there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some root tabs in there. Yeah, I'm gonna put some root tabs in there. What I got here is some flourish tabs. You can use the API root tabs, whatever. I'm just gonna take one and I'm gonna stick it right as close as I can all the way down into the ground. Now you can use root tabs, but I like the flourish tabs because they look kind of like triangle-y, or I don't know. You know, they're a little bit more solid. They don't break apart like root tabs do. So I can easily push it down in there. Just probably something like that. So right next to it, probably halfway from the top to the bottom of the gravel, so just somewhere halfway, and then the roots will start sucking on that. Cool. I'm gonna put the top on. I'll put the top on and call it and declare victory. All right, check it out. So looking from left to right, boom, there's the new tank right there. Yeah, look at that. So it flows very nice. Great flow, look at that. The eye looks great. Sorry about the broom there, cleaning up. Check it out. All right, so got the haircut going on there. Got the rope fish nice and happy. Look at that, he's smiling and everything. Just saying hi. Look at that, huh? Hello, buddy. Yeah. Got the pea puffer. Nice and happy, swimming around. I've got to get him some friends or something. This is the oddity tank, the oddball tank that I'm trying to put together here. And like I said, it's been neglected, but no longer. Check out the lid there, nice and clean, very good. Just the cheapo light right there. The plants on the top is hornwort. Nice floating plant there. I just wanted a nice floating plant, so I didn't have the light blasting on the rope fish. He doesn't like that too much. And yeah, check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and let this tank settle. It's a little cloudy, but hid the filter back there a little bit. It's going pretty well. Yeah, so gonna feed him. He likes the bloodworms. Once he eats his share, I put him over. I throw some bloodworms to other people. I throw some bloodworms, the leftovers, to other fish. This guy here eats beef heart. So definitely picky fish, pickier fish than usual. But that's all right, you know. For specialty fish, you got to sometimes do some specialty food, right? But tell me what you guys think. I mean, it looks better, I think, right? And check it out on the stand. Nice stand right there, very cheapo stand that I built. Like I said, if you want me to do a video on how to build a stand, comment below. Build a stand, Johnny. Right? All right, there you go. Give me a like if you like this. This was turned out really well, if I do say so myself. Yeah, there you go. Subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys. And share this with someone who likes fish stuff. So thanks a lot for watching again. As always, happy fish keeping. Peace out. Yeah, looks good. I'll put the black background on later. But so far, that's enough for today. I put this rock up here because the rope fish likes to try to push up and escape. So make sure your lid's on tight. There's no cracks and crevices for the rope fish to escape. It's got to be 100% secure for the rope fish. Because I did find them on the ground one time. That's why I put the rock on there. Yep. Peace. See you later.